All right. Let me talk about this Xscape and Latocha Scott really quickly. Okay. So remember, Larry came on yesterday and he was telling me that there's a tape that goes into detail about what Rocky did. So I'm going to play that tape. I found it. They did an interview with Xscape. And in the interview, they explained what he did. Rocky is dangerous. He's another psycho. Okay. He's a female version of Raquel. Okay. A cheater, the whole thing, enjoys the limelight, all of it. They explained how he forged checks and things like that. But then at the end, Tiny says, and she's speaking for the group, no one interjected, that we are done with Rocky and Latocha, as if they're not messing with them anymore. Latocha does another interview in which she says she's still a member. Now, girl, what? What? Let's play their Xscape's interview first. And so we could see with our own ears just how low down Rocky is. If he isn't a female Raquel, I don't know what is.
Your checks. Tamika, you were not receiving a check.
It was like a couple of years later, and she called. She's like, baby, Tiny just got a nice little check, baby. Did you get your check, baby? I said, what check? She said, baby, the check I signed you up a few years ago. I said, I haven't seen a check.
Yeah.
So I didn't know. So she's like, I'm going to get on the phone. Let me find out where your money. So once she did her investigation, they was like, my address had been changed. She put my address in. At the time, I was living in New York. So she put my New York, it was changed to my mom and my sister's address. My sister was living with my mom at that time.
Okay. And so you still really don't know how the address got changed?
No.
So
I mean, I know, but
yeah.
I didn't do it. Miss Diane didn't do it.
Yeah. And so allegedly, according to you, Tamika, the checks were going. I'm pulling a Candy. Allegedly.
Allegedly, you got me here.
She got on the phone with the guy who basically at the time was running, I guess, that department. Phone with the guy who basically at the time was running, I guess, that department, and he basically gave her the address where her checks had been going, and he also told her these checks are being cashed. So she was like, being cashed, and then she wanted to see the checks, and
they sent the copies of the checks. On the back of the check was a fake handwriting that said my name and my sister's husband's name. It was cash in his account.
Wow. She's saying obviously that it's not true. She didn't have your check. Is she offering you any kind of explanation about what might have happened since she's saying she didn't get it?
No. When it happened, the year it happened, she was quiet. She didn't say that. She was sitting there looking crazy. And my mom was mad at me.
Yeah.
Okay, she would also go on Tiny. I don't know. I must have uploaded the wrong version. And said that they no longer want to work with Latocha or Rocky. This thing is getting so out of hand. I think that Tamika, by watching it unfold on television and getting all of the public's 2 cents, realizes that this I can't work with her anymore. I can't work with her anymore. She's a liar. She intentionally let that man steal your sister's money, and that's going to be a hard pill to swallow. I think they're doing good, moving in the direction that we're done with Latocha. Tasha's just a lost cause. And I think that this show, reality TV show, is finally opening Tamika's eyes and just seeing the public's reaction. So they said they don't want to work with her anymore. And I'm going to take that to mean that they don't want her back. And I wouldn't either. I would not want to work with a woman that's a liar, stands by her husband's side no matter what. And I feel that the mom knew and Latocha knew. But Latocha does another interview in which she states she tried to throw her sister under the bus. She said it was supposed to be her and Tamika that went solo with this gospel. But because they weren't getting along, she decided to go on her own. That's throwing your sister under the bus. What did I say? I said, when I'm not friends with anybody anymore, I do not tell their secrets. If you're my damn sister and we're arguing, I'm not going to throw you under the bus. I have absolutely no respect for Latasha. But then she ends the interview by saying she's still a group member. Girl, you better go watch the tape I just played. You are no longer a group member, and you are creating more and more distance between yourself and that group. The more that they find out how self-centered and low down you are, I don't care if he's doing it, you condone it. That's just as bad. Have you ever heard of an accessory to the crime? You are an accessory to the crime, Latasha. So let me play this really quickly. And she's going to throw her sister under the bus, and she's in the land of delusions by saying she's still in the group.
Weird thing, because initially my husband was the one that went for the duet album for my sister and I, the gospel album. We're supposed to be doing this together.
Okay.
And she didn't tell anybody that part. You know, I guess it was, maybe that's probably why she's upset too, because when things start to go and take a turn, I'm like, no, we're unevenly yoked at this point. When I'm talking about gospel music and inspiring people, I don't want the banter. That's not what it's for.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, I'm going to walk in this by myself now.
Mm-hmm.
And so that may be another reason that she's upset. And I've heard that she was very upset about it. But no, he was very instrumental in getting us the deal.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Yeah.
All right, so to see more of you. Gospel artist, you guys, Miss Latocha Scott.
Thank you, darling.
Oslo of Xscape.
Yes,
well.
right. I'm going nowhere. I'm still here.
Okay, because, you know, I was going to ask that question, too. Are we going to see you perform a little bit more with Xscape,
I mean,
too?
I've created the name Xscape. You know, that's my
like,
baby.
it's mine.
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they were dealing with a promoter, but now, you know, whenever they're not dealing with that promoter, I'm there.
Okay.
So
So we will see you again.
would love to.
I love it. I love
Mm-hmm.
it. Definitely. It's so nice talking with you
Nice to
today.
talk
I
to you.
really appreciate it. I appreciate all the honesty
Yeah.
and just, you know, being able to live out loud, because sometimes when we do these interviews, you'll get, hey, don't ask this question. Don't ask that question.
No, I'm an open book, and I think people respect that. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I don't have anything to hide, so.
The nerve, the nerve of you to still want to be in the group. It's your baby. I named the group Xscape. Girl, you were running as fast as you could towards that solo career. And now, since you dropped that single 4 days ago and the backlash that you're getting, now you want to be down with Xscape? I would not. I don't blame them. I want nothing to do with you. I don't care if you're my sister or not. You're a headache. And why don't you just go find yourself somewhere to deal with that no good man of yours, that all of these babies are going to be coming forward and all of these mistresses. This is a mess. I thought it was extremely generous yesterday when Tamika was saying, I'm still going to be there for my sister. We still want her. I'm glad she woke up and said, to hell with you. To hell with her. I don't care what your title is. Don't make me explain this again. If you don't respect me, I'm not going to respect you. Now, all your husband's dirt's being exposed. You know, he's a nut job, a complete nut job, a cheater, and you were down with everything that he did, including the babies out of wedlock. You knew. Don't be bringing your mess over here. I would be done with her. Sister, cousin, friend, whatever her title is, enough is enough.